Well, I finally got them, and I can't take it anymore. I'm going to open up the, as you can see, pilfer-proof tape on my brand new set of Empi Type D 40 millimeter carburetors. So here we go. Let's see what they look like when they come out of the box. I almost got myself in the stomach here. So, yeah, I love this pilfer-proof tape. That's pretty wild. Been waiting to do carburetors for a while. I finally just got tired of trying to make chicken soup out of chicken shit with the old ones. So here we are. So we're opening the box, and now I have now that I've pilfered the box. So it's gonna take to open this thing. Let's see here. All right, hold on here. Might need two hands here. I'll be back. Well, the box is open. Just a few staples, and let's see what we get. All kinds of boxes of stuff. Look at that. Okay, well, let's see. Gaskets. So it's good. Fuel line. Deluxe. Paper. All right, here's the big one. The intakes. Yeah, they're not very pretty. Those are not the prettiest intakes I've ever seen. They're opened up pretty good, but it looks like I'm going to have to get myself a Dremel. Wow, those are it's not very nice. Anyway, I saw those with my friend Brian's, so I wasn't surprised by this. I kind of expected this. That's alright. I've got some nice manifolds. So then from there, it looks like we start getting the boxes of the carburetors, and then the air filter. That's the carburetor there, and we'll be pulling these out here, and I'll be laying this all out shortly. Well, stuff's come out of the box here. Looks like we've got air cleaners, plates. These are the dual bolt style. We got some velocity stacks, some air, some fuel line. We got a whole bag of parts, all linkage and mounting hardware and whatnot. And we've got the crossbar for the linkage. Got some extra fuel line, and yes, we have these very hideous looking intakes, but another set. There's the other air cleaner and whatnot. The air cleaners are in their boxes. Here's the star of the party. Here's one of the carburetors right here, about ready to come out of the box. All right, well, that's what we got now. We've got a complete set of carburetors out of the box. These are the 40 Empi style B, the 40 millimeters, which are about a third, which are like 44s in the Webers. And I'm going to go ahead and install these on the bug. See how we do them. They're jetted for a 1776 right around there. So hopefully my primaries will be good with the extra airflow from the Venturis. Get that greater aviatic efficiency. Ooh, $3 words. Well, I got them out of the box, and of course, the castings are pretty rough. Here's the carburetors. They look decent, but who's to say? So what I've already done is I've gone in and I've gasket matched the first port on the intake gasket on the intakes. And as you can see, I've got 3 more to do, but look at the difference here. Look at how much smaller this is. I mean, it's literally this much smaller than the opening right here. See how much I had to open it up? That's the difference. So that's using this little piece of garbage right here. $10 Dremel. Don't buy $10 Dremels. That's all I have to say. So that's what I'm working on right now, is doing the gasket matching, and that's coming along as it's coming along. Okay, so this is looking much better. As you can see now, they are all the same size as the openings. The originals were much smaller than the actual opening, and it just was really dumb the way that it was set up. So anyway, yeah, so we've got them now matched to the ports. That's just gasket matching, and I did a little bit of cleaning up around the intakes there, or the ports, so it'd be a little smoother coming in. So that's where we are right now. Okay, so now we've got the one where I've actually matched the gaskets to the ports, and this is the other one with still the stock gaskets on it. It's scary, man. Look at that. Look at, I mean, just a little bit of cavitation and turbulence problems there, do you think? Anyway, we're gonna open these up to match these. So that's what the next game plan is here. Do a little cleaning up too as well. Not going crazy, just you know, a little smoothing. Well, I've been home sick as a dog, but I decided to go out and get myself a Dremel. So next, now we're going to go ahead and gasket match port these heads. So I'm going to take my Sharpie here and I'm going to start marking my manifold, so then I can see how much material I need to remove with the new Dremel I just bought. But can't do this one-handed, so we'll be back. I'll show you when it's done. Okay, they're marked. I'm not going to take a whole lot out, as you can see, barely maybe 1/8 of an inch. But what I'm going to go through is I'm going to smooth out all these rough castings, and when I come back, hopefully we'll have a much cleaner look. And also I'll double check my CCs and make sure I've got everything even too. So I'll do a CC job on that, and that means all I do is I put a measured amount of fluid into one side, I seal it off, put a measured amount of fluid on one side, compare it to the other, make sure it's the same. If it's not, I'll just grind it out until it's the identical amount of volume on both sides. There you go. Okay, well here's my little Dremel I just picked up from from Home Depot. I was mad because I went down to buy their cheap-ass rotary tool for $23 on sale, but I had to spend 50 bucks at Harbor Freight because they sold out. And again, I said Harbor Freight, I meant the same Home Depot, but I do have a real Dremel now. This is actually a Dremel foot tool. So what this does is it allows you to variable speed your Dremel, which is great for when you're doing valve work. So, or any sort of seating or grinding work. So now what I have is an adjustable foot pedal that I can run my Dremel off of, and I can monitor my speed as I go. Now this isn't the best spot for it in the world, so let's move that around. See, now I got a gas pedal. Okay, so I've been working down the ports. I'm still not all the way open yet. I'm still working this out with the new Dremel, but right away I see a problem. It's a little hard to see for you guys in the camera, but you can see where this port is really round. It's really round and really clean all the way down. This one here has a big old like divot in it. I'm trying to get a better view at it here. And what's happened is it doesn't, you can see it right away, it doesn't match. It's not the same tube, it's a different diameter, and it even has a different shape to it. So what's that going to do? Well, that's going to cause turbulence and cavitation. And what's that going to cause? Well, it's going to cause it to run like crap. So I've got to do a lot of work on this thing to get it rounded out. Hopefully I've got enough material here without going too thin and ruining these particular manifolds. Alright, well, I'm kind of done for the day, but so here's where we end up today. You can see we've gotten rid of a lot of all that nastiness inside of there. Been working it quite a bit. I've still got a little bit more distance to go. Not too much. Then I got in on the other side and I took out a lot of the nastiness that was also inside the top of the intakes here. Just a lot of roughness and in the castings and stuff, which is pretty typical. I mean, I've always ported stuff since I was a kid. So to give you a better idea, this is what it looks like before it gets done. And if you look down in there, you can see there's just, you know, there's a lot of roughness and casting marks and whatnot. You can see that. And then you get on the other side here, you can also just see how deep and rough it really, really is. This one doesn't have quite as bad a radiuses and lumps in it like the other one. It's actually going to be a lot easier to clean up. The other one had some really bad, like see that ridge right there? The other one had like 4 in each one of the openings of that real deep, heavy ridge. And so those have to go. And as you can see, they're now gone out of the ones that I've been working. And there was like 4 of those, and you can see these. And you can see the difference in the roughness already. And again, we'll take a look at the back side one more time. That's just, you know, smooth. You know, that's just the way they come. And this is what they look like when you start to work them. And again, it might be a little bit harder to see. Wish I had some better light for you on these, but anyway, you can see I've done a lot of smoothing already, but feeling like I am, I'm done for the day. Well, out come the 40 IDF Webers. So I've got this one almost out. I've just got to cut the fuel line here. Well, not cut it, but with a screwdriver, loosen the hose clamp here. And I've got the other set of carburetors just about ready to go. So at this point right now, it's just uninstalling. So I need a better tripod. Hard to do this one-handed. Well, look at that. the first manifold is in and ready for a carburetor. So I guess we get some gaskets on this thing, and as you probably saw, I gasket matched this earlier. Look like a dork, I got some 4100 Loctite on here, but that's okay. I guess it'll just make the gaskets that much stickier. So I'm going to throw the gaskets on right now. These are the ones that I was working earlier. Oops, you see a little bit of I guess you call it slag out. And that's gone for the most part. Alright, so we put this guy back in here. Okay, so what I did is, as you guys probably saw it before, I gasket matched them. So now they're gasket matched, and I've cleaned them, you know, taken all the burrs and all the nasty crap out and honed them as far down as I could get them. And then I did it from the other side, and I did a kind of a port match. So that's what we got. And now we have the star of the show, the carburetor. And that's the 40D series that I went with. So that's what's going in next. I got my gas line on, and we're going to go ahead and sit this little bad boy in position here. And so this is the first one going on, and I'll bolt it up and everything, get it in, and that's replacing this Weber 40 IDF you see over here. There's a 40D, and it's that much bigger of a carburetor. Well, about the same, not too much difference in size. We'll see how they run. The runner and a non-leaker, yay! Whoa. A little bit of tuning to do. Gotta take it for a test ride though.